All right, now just imagine what else we're going to hear over the course of the next 82 days. Joining me now tonight with reaction, the author of the New York Times bestseller, The Great Destroyer, David Limbaugh. And just for full disclosure, by the way, David has done some legal work for me in the past. Also joining us, Fox News contributor, Democratic strategist, Joe Trippi. You know something, Joe? On top of all the lies about Medicare, scaring seniors, scaring people about the environment, we want dirty air, or throwing Granny over the cliff, not caring about kids. Now he's going to lie and say, Nancy, you've been with me a day and a half. I've never done anything to divide this country. Now, where's your intellectual honesty? I know you're a Democrat. Tell me you're not buying into this garbage. Tell me you're not buying into it, Joe.
If you had been with him in Iowa over the last day and a half, I think he's been doing a great job talking about
1 day.
Talking about. Well, no, I mean he's
a whole day. He's been great.
Well, and the other thing, Sean, I mean to be really blunt about it, you could have run a tape of the other side doing the same thing. I mean, calling Sandra
Joe, I take issue with that. No, Joe.
All that stuff.
Joe, we can't run a tape of Republicans. We can't run a tape of Republicans, accusing the president of killing people. We can't run a tape of Republicans saying that Obama wants dirty air and water. We can't run a tape of Republicans playing the race card like the vice president did. Well, so your examples are not comparable in this case.
Well, I mean, look, both sides have members of the Flat Earth Society, and I don't. So I think
that's
some
a weak
of the
response.
things that you read. No, it's the truth. You have a woman who called the president. Yeah, the woman who called the president a monster in asking Romney a question, and Romney didn't say anything about it. He just stood there. He didn't say the president's not a monster.
David
he just
Limbaugh,
let it
what's
go.
the difference?
He's a debt monster. Maybe that's what she was talking. She didn't want to object to that. But he is the most divisive president in history that since I've been recording it. At the end of his second year, 81% of Democrats approved of him. I mean, 68. There's a 68% gap between Republican and Democrat approval. But his divisiveness is a strategy. He's intentionally divisive, unlike other presidents. He's dividing us on the basis of race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, and he's playing this identity politics, and it is turning people against each other, and he's doing it in a way to demonize people, whether it's insurance companies, banks, private jet owners, or people who make too much money, businesses. He really does pit us against each other, and he doesn't bring us together and treat us as Americans who have an equal opportunity society. It's us against them, the 1% versus the rest of the people.
Now, there's been over the summer, the president's outspent Mitt Romney 2 to 3 to 1. All right, and a lot of this, he's had his surrogates, his friends, call Romney a racist, scare Granny, Medicare. All of these things are going on, scare children. All of these things. He's a felon, a tax cheat. And you know what? You won't denounce it. Most Democrats, the campaign won't denounce it. Let's look at what it's gotten them. Let's look at the latest poll numbers. Let's look at Wisconsin, for example. The leader right now, close, but right now it is Romney 48, Obama 47. Let's look in Florida, that swing state. Romney 45, Obama 43. Let's look at the Gallup poll on the main issues affecting Americans. Let's look at his handling of the economy. 60% disapprove. Let's look at his poll on job creation. 58% disapprove. Let's look at Obama on the federal deficit. 64% of Americans disapprove. You know what? No wonder he wants to talk about garbage. No wonder there's so much sleaze.
Look, Sean, you got Mitch McConnell from the very beginning. My job, make the president a one-term president. Make him one-term president. This is a campaign for president of the United States.
Well, look at the numbers on the economy.
If Romney can't take it, he shouldn't be running for president. If he can't stand up to Barack Obama.
Romney can't take
but you can't.
He's
a hard target because now they're turning Paul Ryan into a flip-flopper. I mean, it's unbelievable what's going on. And now let's talk about real substance instead of this stuff.
Joe, that's the point. We can't talk about substance. Obama has a record. He won't talk about his substance. That's why he won't talk about the issues. He wants to distract from the issues because his record is so abysmal. So he wants to energize his base by getting us turning people against us.
Oh, and Romney's not trying to energize his base, and he's not. You got Paul Ryan, who I thought on the issues was going to stand somewhere, and they already have him flip-flopping on his own.
Stop for a second. There's one top of the ticket. Stop, Joe. You know what's amazing to me? You're going to let the president accuse Romney of being a murderer. You're going to allow him to be called a felon, a tax cheat. Wait a minute. You're going to allow him to say that Republicans want. Stop. You're going to say Republicans want dirty air and water. They want to throw Granny over the cliff, and then you're going to allow the president to say, "I've never divided this country." Where's your conscience?
The president never called Romney a murderer. That was an ad
his surrogates
by a super
have.
PAC.
Oh, and the Romney campaign
didn't call
did
him a murderer anyway. They didn't call him a murderer. I mean, this is like the Obama campaign or people like me.
David.
We say smoke, and the Romney campaign screams fire. They've been doing this for 3 or 4 months. It's not working for Romney.
Listen, Joe, this constant liberal refrain that there's moral equivalence, both sides do it. That's not true in this case. Obama is continuing to distort the record. He's lying. It is not dirty politics to correct the record. It is a lie to say that the Ryan-Romney plan is going to destroy Medicare for seniors. It neither destroys it for current seniors or future seniors. It preserves the system so that hopefully everyone can have it.
All right, we got to go, guys.
Seniors, it turns into a voucher plan.
You know,
it's not going to work either.
Joe, I'm going to tell you
it's not
something.
a voucher
Your
plan.
party, you're selling your soul, and you're not standing up for any level of intellectual honesty or integrity. There will be a price to pay for this campaign that you're running. And it's guys like you that I would expect to warn the president. I'm a little surprised.
Well, Sean, you know me better than that. I'm not
condemn it
for that stuff.
Then speak out and condemn it.
There's enough to be condemned on both sides. Trust me.
You all need to condemn it there.
The sleaziest campaign in history. Guys, thanks for being with us. And coming up tonight, Congressman Allen West is angry over this sleazy ad, calling it racist. He'll join us next to explain why he thinks the NAACP has no problem with what is depicted here. Don't forget, tomorrow night.